Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. Yes, it is JoyToy time. Warhammer 40k. I've got the new Adeptus Custodes. Today is not October anymore. Let's see the new picture on the JoyToy calendar. Ha! The Krieg. Today is November the 1st, Wednesday. And we've got a nice picture of the Krieg action figures I do like a lot. I'll put a link in the top right for you. I think they look amazing. Just articulation stuff, especially on the legs with these stiff plastic cloaks. Anyway, we're not here to look at Krieg, though we are here to look at Warhammer 40k and JoyToy. We have the 5 Custodes came today, along with a Ultramarine Captain who I'll be reviewing later. These look fantastic. Please go to the Patreon. You see all the reviews early, extra benefits and competitions. There's one coming up soon for Planet Green Valley Robot, and it's free if you're on Patreon, so it is worth checking out. Top right of your screen now for the link. So first, the Vexillus Praetor. Let's get a look at this. Looks pretty cool. You'll note this says 12.4 cm, which feels shorter than the previous ones. Very different looking armor. I'm not really keen on this look, if I'm honest, but it's alright. Next we have the Guard with Sentinel Blade, which does look a bit nasty. That is a huge looking sword. Again, this sort of aesthetic on these ones is not really my cup of tea. Let's go for the Shield Captain with Guardian Spear. I do like that on the cloak. That does look nice. Then we have the Guard again, this time again with a Guardian Spear. Looks okay. And then lastly, let's look at the last Guard with Sentinel Blade and Presidium Shield. I think that's pronounced correctly. The shield looks nice, but again, that gold colour is not doing it for me. I don't like their armour details, but that's just my personal opinion. Doesn't mean the figure's not good. Okay, so 5 figures to go through. The articulation will be the same, so only go for articulation on 1. But we'll look at all 5 and their accessories. So this is going to be a relatively long review. I'd imagine around about 12 minutes maybe. Who knows? Could be longer, could be shorter. Okay, I'm going to unbox them, set them up. So I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here they are. First impressions. They actually look better out of the box than they do in the pictures. Even the armor styling I don't like. They sort of remind me of old fantasy high elves with the sort of pointy-ish helmets. Obviously far more bulky and different universe and blah 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 blah. They are quite nice, and there are some really nice things that got going on for them. Okay, so let's take a look. We'll go from left to right. So first one is the Custodian with Sentinel Blade. So he also has another blade in here, another little sword which you can attach to the side, very easy. And it's so nice to come in and out. Very, very cool. Before that, actually, they all come with a foot plate. They all come with 2 pairs of extra hands. So you get a right gripping, you get a left trigger, and you get left and right fists. And this guy also comes with, the only one came with unhelmeted head, which we can see, which is not a bad unhelmeted. It looks a bit like he's had plastic surgery or something, but... Okay, so back to this guy. So has that knife, that little mini sword knife that goes in and out. I guess it's a mini sword. Figure itself, he looks good. That Sentinel Blade is just nice. That's huge with a great big sort of double bolter, I guess, attached to it as well. Looks very, very nice. I'm assuming you can't take out the... No, you can't take out the clips from the side, the magazines. But he does look quite menacing, has to be said. Going to the back. Feels a bit plain on the back, but I guess that's not going to be seen so often. He's not going to be running away, hopefully. A little bit heavy inking on there, but the rest of him is to be okay. fact, one of them, the Praetor's got overly heavy inking on one of his feet. Okay, we come next to what's he, I can't remember his name now. The captain, yeah. He's the shield captain with Guardian Spear, one of the cloak here. This is quite similar to the spear we saw previously with the first Custodes release. We'll compare that a little later. This one's actually in two parts, so you can pull it apart from, where was it? From this handle, I think, slotted into there. Or was it the blade? It might have been the blade, actually. The blade slotted into there. But it looks really, really nice. Got to say, it's done a cracking job on this. Very cool. The gold is good. There is some highlighting you can just about make out here. Sort of a gold sort of weathered to silver on top, and there's inking as well. It's not enough of it in certain places, but other places it will suffice. Lovely pauldron on his shoulder there. Coming to this cape, and this is actually a raised pattern. It's not just a painted on quite bland underneath what we'd expect. That does look very, very good indeed. So that's the captain. Next we'll come to the, is it the Praetor, the guy with the standard? Yeah, the Praetor, Vexilius Praetor. What's nice is he can hold this standard without it touching the ground, and his arm, because of the ratchet, will keep its position. Very, very nice shield. Again, another nice looking figure. A little bit different on this part compared to the first one, the Sentinel blade. Some minor differences. Does look good. Even the back of the standard looks really nice as well. You can see there. And the front standard looks great as well. So nice. Look, and having that sort of blue offsetting on these guys is great. So, okay, next is, should be just a guard with the Guardian Spear, Custodian Guard of Guardian Spear. Such a nasty weapon. Very cool looking. Just that bulk makes the articulation. That's going to struggle his thighs a little bit with this. That's okay. Articulation of the shoulders going to be very horrible. In fact, that shoulder joint, you can see he's got a butterfly joint. It's bending forwards there, but it's very ugly underneath. So these big parts do hide that ugly mess of a joint underneath. But getting that butterfly joint so his arm comes across his chest there is very useful and very, very welcome. And then last one, we have another one with a Sentinel blade. He also comes with the Praesidium. Is it Praesidium shield, I guess? Now these shields don't have a handle that turns, like we saw with the previous sort of Blade Guard veterans, etc. It's a fixed position handle. I'm also not sure why would they have sort of a, it's like level straps on his wrists, sort of leather straps and sort of a buckles keeping his armor on. Seems a bit strange why they'd have that, you know, but never mind. Overly sized sword. But another nice looking figure nonetheless. Now, what's really nice, their fingers are so nice and pliable. There's no sort of, you have to struggle to open them to put weapons in. They're just very nice and bendy, and they go back to their preset position quite nicely as well. Okay, just to show you where the over inking was, in case I didn't show you earlier on the Praetor, the guy with the standard. It's on his right, our left foot. Can you see that there? Look at that. So over inked. But never mind. Great looking figures, I have to say. Better in hand, as I said, than they look like on the box. I'll take this guy, the first one for articulation. So it's just easy to pop out that sword. You can see the fingers here. Very easy to move. Okay, let's see what is like. So, see, head can pop off the head. Forwards, backwards, feels quite loose, but actually is okay. Side to side is great, you can turn. Shoulders ratcheted all the way around. This is joined by a little piece of plastic going through the shoulder the pin goes through the hole in that. Lateral raise is where it's going to be struggling. He gets around about 45 degrees on the lateral raise. Bicep is just under 90. That's okay. He can turn from the joint on his bicep, and he's got all direction movement with the double barbell joint there. Trunk backwards is amazing, but get that ugly gap there. Forwards is pretty good too, has to be said, and side to side is okay, and he can turn. Waist can turn separately, and there's a small movement on the waist as well. So together, sideways is pretty good, backwards is good, and front is good. Legs, he gets almost straight. That's really good on the forwards. Backwards is hardly anything because the sculpting on this armor here. There's a thigh twist. Sideways, if you get the armor to move, it'll go thus far before the sculpt gets in the way, which is better than I was expecting. So double kneecap, but the bulkiness means he gets 90 degrees only, but it's okay. Then he's not too ugly underneath. Then the foot is going to be a double barbell, so you can twist, have like a boot turn, which is welcome. Very small swivel side to side, so watch that. And he has a dorsiflexation, sorry, a tippy toe, and they come with, this is quite stiff, there we go, toe articulation too. So good on the articulation, except for that sort of the shoulders, but we're expecting the shoulders to not be that great anyway. In terms of size, they said what, 12.4 was it? Let's have a quick check in the box. 12.4. That's normally to the top of the head. These guys, 12 point, I guess 12.4 woody top of the head. Top of the helmet though is around about 14 and just under 14 and a half. Top of the actual, whatever that part is called, can't remember now, is coming on 15 and a half, 15.4 maybe. So quite large. Now, if we do a quick comparison, we move these guys just out the way. So here is our guard with his Guardian Spear. I get one of the original Custode releases with his, I'm guessing it's a Guardian Spear with a spike on it on the back of it. He is going to be huge in comparison. You see that he is much bigger, taller, much bulkier. I prefer the new design on their Guardian Spear. His doesn't have the spike on the end. They don't come with that. But they're quite good. It's a shame the gold doesn't match. I mean, this is more gold and shiny. This is a bit more worn. Almost a bit bronze looking at the bottom. A darker sort of gold. But it looks a bit more used. Do I prefer any over the other? Not really. I just wished it was matching. So they're more uniform. So you see that they are dwarfed by their brethren. If we compare to, let me take a Chaos Lord. This was released quite a long time ago, so he's going to look a bit out of place maybe. And they are bigger than the Chaos Lord quite considerably. He's looking a bit small there, but I'm pretty sure he can hold his own. Well, he should be able to hold his own in combat. So, pretty good there. Let's compare to one of the recently released Blade Guard veterans. In fact, I'll use the other one of the sword and shield there. You can see that the Blade Guard veteran Dark Angels is the best one out of the bunch, in my opinion. Is got a much smaller sword without having the gun and a much smaller shield, but he's almost the same height head to head, but he's not as bulky or chunky. This is a great figure, I have to say. So these are nice looking figures. A lot better than I thought they were going to be. Again, they're going to have great shelf presence, as all the 40k stuff does, but these guys particularly going to sort of stand out being gold, and these are these sort of double-handed and Guardian Spears, which looks more like a halberd really, and these huge Sentinel blades. They do look really, really nice. Going to really add to your collection and the wow factor, or you're a geek factor when people go in and see it. But they are very, very cool figures indeed. I think it's another good job by JoyToy on these. I'm not a fan of everything they do, or every 40k thing they do, you know, something's like a bit, yeah. I mean, this is a good job. They're not on my essential list because, again, despite the looks being better than I thought, it's not really my cup of tea, this aesthetic. But they do look quite stunning. Let's just push that one in. A great bunch of figures. Okay, it's awesome action toys. So please like, share, subscribe. Again, check out the Patreon link in the video description below. And if you go to the comments, there'll be discount links as also in the video description as well. So you can grab yourself a bargain. I'll see you in the next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.